Hey guys, it's Julia and only Julia. Today I'm doing a speed build by myself. I did this house all by myself, so I guess it shouldn't be that hard to talk about, but today I'm not with Hannah. To explain a little bit, I guess, Hannah and I are college roommates, so college is out, it's summertime, and I go back to my parents' house because I live like 2 hours away from school, whereas she only lives like 10 minutes away from school. So she kind of stays in our apartment over the summer while she's right down the road from her parents if she ever wants to visit, whereas I live 2 hours away from my parents. So it kind of is just a nice way to kind of be with my parents over the summer and stuff. I sometimes hold my breath when I say that. But anyways, I thought I would build my house since I'm back here for the summer. And yeah, to give a little background on my house, I live in Pennsylvania, so it's a pretty standard like suburban home, I guess you would say. I never lived in a house anywhere besides Pennsylvania, and I guess Ohio, because that's where I go to school. But just if you think this looks weird compared to wherever you live, um, right now this is the living room. Um, we have a lot of, I guess you could say a lot of like mixed matchy furniture. There's like a random green, like we call it the settee. I don't know if that's the actual French word for that type of couch. There's also like a red sectional, but sectionals aren't a thing in Sims 4. Like, I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but Sims 4 needs to step their game up. Our kitchen, it looks super outdated for some reason on Sims. It's really not. We redid it like when I was in middle school because it was really bad. The dining room and the kitchen used to be two separate rooms. That was just horrible. So we tore down that wall and we made this open concept, but as you can see, we kept the whole first floor beige because the people who lived there before us were wallpaper crazy. Every single room had wallpaper in it. Like, and not even good wallpaper. The dining room was like pineapples. The family room was like the alphabet. There was a lot of like dark pinks going on. It was rough. So my parents, whenever we like did, that was like the biggest like renovation we ever did was the kitchen. They got all the wallpaper down and did white, like the white beige walls everywhere. And when I say family room, I mean this room. It's kind of not really used for anything. It's like, I guess, kind of like a computer room, but nobody really uses the desktop computer anymore because laptops exist. So it's just kind of like a storage room, as you can see. That's why I put like filing like boxes there. But anyways, yeah, everything's kind of beige. If there's any wallpapered rooms you see, which you'll see a few, that was there before us. That was not designed by us. We did not choose that. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of oh darn, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Um, but yeah, I tried doing the brick really well. Or I guess not well, because the columns wouldn't go up there to at least divide like and not have that like awkward just like new material on the wall. The the family room or oh gosh, the entryway is gray. We just did that. It's a really nice color and it's really accurate on there. Now we're on to the second floor, where all the bedrooms are. We live in a 4 bedroom house. There's also 4 bathrooms, two on the top floor. Not much really going on. Oh, I'm gonna do the roof right now. Yep. Oh, I built a garage too for what it was worth because on Sims 4, cars don't exist. So I did the best I could with that. It kind of looks a little dumb because it's on a foundation, but I worked with what I could. Um, right now I'm just like painting all the rooms. Everything upstairs is up to date besides this back room. It's like the guest room. It's kind of funny how like all the colors are on here because they're all pretty accurate. My sister's room is like a two-toned pink though. I just went with one pink because I wasn't really gonna deal with it. But right now we're in my room. This is my room. Now you guys can see where I live. Well, at least over the summer. Um, I don't know when I get to it. There's just my desk. I'm going to get to it eventually. Okay, so that black wallpaper paint there, that's a chalkboard. So like it's kind of like like a cove right there, like where the walls are. The black wall kind of comes in on like an angle. Um and we painted a chalkboard back in like high school, and I think it's really cool. I don't know, it's one of my favorite things about my room is that it's not just like a square room. There's like a like slantiness and just like different, I don't know, differentness to the walls. My sister has a window seat in her room, which I guess I could have built in my room, but I just never really cared. Um, but I couldn't. You'll see, I couldn't include it in here. There's no window seats in here. Um, right now, this is my parents' room. It's kind of bigger. Well, it's smaller in real life. I don't know why there's so much room in between their bed and the dresser. There's like not that much room at all. This is their bathroom. I love the color of their bathroom. They did that a few years ago, and it like is one of my favorite things. This is my sister and I's bathroom, which we just did last summer, which I really like too. It's purple and it has like nice marble flooring, and we did gray cabinets, which I think is really unique. But um, this is the back room, which is just a boring, bland room. The wallpaper is pretty ugly. I mean, all the wallpaper in Sims is pretty ugly. I don't think it's that bad in real life, but I just kind of did as best as I could with it because it's just my parents' old furniture right now, and it's just kind of like used as a guest room, I guess. Just putting window shades on everything. And then my sister's room. She has like a day bed, so that was like the closest thing I could get to it. She also has a like square desk with her TV on it, and she just kind of uses it for makeup more or less. They don't have square desks, so I just did that, which kind of prevented me from putting a like bench in front of her window to kind of replicate the window seat because the closets and the chairs like all just in the way. Um, there's also not very good mirrors because my parents and my sister both have like these vanities, I guess you can call them. They're just like the dressers with like the giant mirrors attached to it. Yeah, those. I wish they had like at least a mirror that was like a size like in between that and that like three paneled like dance mirror. Um, I think I'm almost done, and then I go to the outside, which outside's kind of, I don't want to say it's boring, but it's the like the people before us. They, I think they were like garden. They were into gardening. They were kind of old, so I guess I don't know. That's kind of stereotypical to think, but everything that is here, like in the landscape, which was honestly kind of fun to like try to replicate, but it like wasn't our idea. We just kind of like whatever they had growing, we have kind of just let grow. Which is so like so sad. We've lived here for like I think I was trying to count like 13 years, and it was kind of like a fixer upper kind of house. Cosmetically, nothing's like wrong with it structurally or anything. There was like we did have termites in my room. So like for the first few years of living here, I had to live in that back like guest room. But like we but like it's just like oh, I don't even know. I would have loved to have been like on Property Brothers. You know how they're always like this the whole house will be done in like 10 weeks. No, like no like not longer or anything. Definitely by 10 weeks we can finish the entire house. I wish we were kind of like that because it's been 13 years and we still have the basement to do, and we're talking about doing like a patio. Right now this is like the porch that we have, and you'll start to see I'm going to start it like in like 10 seconds. The side of it, like behind the garage, is just all of this. It was a garden at one point in time, and it used to be bigger. We did kind of get rid of some of it because it used to go like down farther, almost like a peninsula, if you could kind of imagine that. Um, but we're kind of thinking of doing like a stone kind of patio there instead because that's another thing Sims 4 doesn't have is terrain. I live in Pennsylvania, so hills are aplenty. So my whole backyard is just like super hilly and just on different levels. So we're gonna have to like bring it up a little bit. Um, which would be nice because it'll make it flat because like that pathway is like a bunch of like stairs. So we're trying to make it a patio. There'll be like a fire pit. We're thinking maybe down the line a hot tub, but I don't know. Um, right now I'm building what I call the shed. Others may call it a playhouse. It's just kind of like the structure that they had there before we moved in. I think they were using it as a greenhouse, but it was just kind of like a hangout spot I always had as a teenager. I'd go and practice in there because I played saxophone and stuff. But there wasn't like there's not a whole lot to it, but I just thought I'd explain what that was. I just kind of have this little hangout spot, I guess. It is kind of cool. But I don't really use it a whole lot anymore just because I don't live at home and I don't have like a ton of friends still here. Things change. Okay. And then I just kind of put those trees there to replicate like the woods behind me, and we have like a fire pit down over the hill because like that shed is actually not there. It's like turned 90 degrees and then there's a hill down there. It's just all hills. But now we're on to the basement. Mostly because I forgot the basement. Usually I try to do landscaping last, but I completely forgot that basements exist in Pennsylvania, which kind of doesn't make sense because the only reason basements exist is for tornadoes, which we don't really get a lot here because it's so hilly that they're not ever like disastrous. But as you can see, there's wallpaper and like green carpet. That was not our choice. But we just really haven't gotten around to doing anything about it yet. It's honestly, it hasn't been until recently that we've been using the basement a lot more entertainingly. There's a little kitchenette down there too. And on the other side is an office and a laundry room. The office really isn't used because it's kind of depressing. You'll see. I didn't really. We use it as a storage room more, if anything. Right now I'm building the powder room down here. That again is full of wallpaper. And I just realized that it's carpeted. A carpeted bathroom. Who would have thought to do that? I also tried putting a wreath there because it's like pine cone themed. My mom kind of just played along with whatever was down here, but it wouldn't let me put the holiday wreath there. Okay, so here's the office. Just really plain and boring. The reason too is because there's no windows in there. See, there's windows in the main like area because they're like those really small like tiny windows all the way at the top near the ceiling. But there's none over there because that's up against the garage or like right near the front door. And like you don't want somebody knocking on your front door and then seeing this like window right near. Kind of like it would be like on that foundation if I were able to do it on here. But right now I'm just fixing some stuff because I started building this house when I was up at school. And then I came back home and I realized, wow, I'm forgetting this bush or this curtain or the complete color of the laundry room. So I had to redo some stuff, which you'll see in the screenshots that are going to be coming up soon, that there are some differences. I fixed some stuff, changed some stuff, but I didn't like re-record it or anything. So I'm kind of curious. Comment below if you notice a difference. I just want to see if anyone does notice any of them. There's like 3 or 4 or so. At least 3. But yeah. I think I'm done. Yeah, the stairs disappeared on me for some weird reason. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to us. That helps out like a ton if you subscribe or even just like the video or just watch it or share it or whatever. You can also subscribe to, I have a vlogging channel that like I do with Hannah. Whenever like I do fun stuff. It's just kind of like my own little online diary. I'll link that all down below and stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoy my house. Goodbye.